King Philippe of the Belgians meets with students in Brussels. The Crown Princess family of Sweden attends the inauguration of a new sculpture in Stockholm. Queen Letizia of Spain opens a book fair in Madrid. And Princess Charlene of Monaco visits a hospital in Les Salines. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing well. My name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for Friday, May 31st, 2024. In Les Salines, Her Serene Highness, Princess Charlene of Monaco, as Vice President of the Croix Rouge Monégasque, visited the maternity ward at the Centre Hospitalier Princess Grace this afternoon. During the visit, the lovely princess spent time meeting with parents and their newborns, as well as meeting with nurses, doctors, and administrative staff. On Thursday in Monacoville, Their Serene Highnesses, Prince Albert II and Princess Charlene of Monaco, accompanied by His Serene Highness, Hereditary Prince Jacques of Monaco, and Her Serene Highness, Princess Gabriella of Monaco, witnessed the Fête Dieu procession on the Place du Palais from the balcony of the Palais Princier. Fête Dieu, also known as the Solemnity of the Most Holy Body and Blood of Christ, is a public holiday in the Principality. Every year, the procession of parishes of Monaco to the Cathedral of Monaco in Monacoville begins at 3 p.m. After a pontifical mass led by Archbishop Dominique Marie David at the cathedral, the procession of the Blessed Sacrament takes place along the Rue Colonel Belando de Castro to the Place du Palais for the, quote, first resting place and prayer. Then to the Place de la Mairie for the second rest and prayer. The Confraternity of the Penitents of Mercy actively accompanies this procession, and the singing is supported by the Monaco Municipal Orchestra. End quote. In Madrid, Her Majesty, Queen Letizia of Spain, inaugurated the 83rd edition of the Feria del Libro de Madrid, held at the Parque de El Retiro. The theme of this year's fair is Train Your Mind, Read Your Body. The feria was established in 1933 as part of events of La Semana Cervantina. In 1934, the feria was named Nacional e Hispanoamericana. The feria was held again in 1935 and 1936, weeks before the outbreak of the Spanish Civil War on July 17, 1936. After the war years, the feria resumed under a new name, Feria Nacional del Libro, and was held along the Paseo de Recoletos. In 1967, the feria moved to its current location. In 1982, the feria was renamed Feria del Libro de Madrid and is organized each year by the Madrid Bookstore Association in collaboration with the Madrid Publishers Association. King Juan Carlos I and Queen Sofia of Spain inaugurated the feria in 1982. Since then, every year a member of the royal family inaugurates the edition with a morning walk among the booths. According to the Royal Court of Spain, this year's feria, held along the Paseo de Fernan Núñez, consists of, quote, 358 booths. Of the total, 117 are occupied by bookstores, 59 of which are specialized, and 212 are for publishers, although the last figure does not correspond to the total count of stamps that are present at the feria. The rest are represented by bookstores, unions, universities, and distributors. End quote. During today's inauguration, the Queen spent time browsing various booths, including the Philippe bookstore and the Eco Book bookstore, and the Fondo de Cultura Económica, a 90-year-old publishing house based in Mexico that has published more than 10,000 works since its establishment. The Queen also visited a space which houses, quote, 15 small publishers who share a space, where visitors can find children's literature, novels, history, photography, and historical essays. End quote. On Thursday evening, His Royal Highness, Crown Prince Haakon of Norway, attended the 2024 Bislett Games Oslo Diamond League held at the Bislett Stadium. In Copenhagen, the Royal Court of Denmark announced that Their Majesties, King Frederik X and Queen Mary of Denmark, along with their 4 children, Crown Prince Christian, Princess Isabella, Prince Vincent, and Princess Josephine, will take up summer residence at Gråsten Slot in southern Jutland on July 9, 2024. Built in the 16th century, Gråsten Slot was once owned by the Grand Chancellor of Denmark, Frederik Ellefeldt, then the Dukes of Augustenborg, then King Frederik VII, and then returned to the Dukes of Augustenborg. After the reunification of southern Jutland with Denmark in 1920, the state bought Gråsten Slot, which was used, among other things, as a courtroom and residence for the judge and the chief of police, as well as a library. After an extensive renovation in 1935, Gråsten Slot was handed over to then Their Royal Highnesses Crown Prince Frederik and Crown Princess Ingrid of Denmark. Since then, members of the royal family of Denmark have used Gråsten Slot as their summer residence. Today, King Frederik X and Queen Mary are keeping that tradition alive. The Royal Court of Denmark also noted that in connection with the change of residence from Chancellery House to Gråsten Slot, there will be an official reception in the square at Gråsten, hosted by the Sonderborg Municipality City Council and the Sonderborg Municipality Mayor. Over the course of the summer, Her Majesty, Queen Margrethe of Denmark, and Her Royal Highness, Princess Benedicte of Denmark, will also stay at Gråsten Slot. Every Friday, the changing of the Royal Life Guard with the Royal Life Guards Music Corps and/or the Tambour Corps will take place in the courtyard at Gråsten Slot. At this time, it is unknown if the traditional summer photo call with the royal family of Denmark will take place this year in the gardens or on the back steps at Gråsten Slot. I really do hope there will be a photo call this year. It would be great to see the whole family together again. On Thursday afternoon, Their Royal Highnesses, Crown Princess Victoria and Prince Daniel of Sweden, accompanied by Her Royal Highness, Princess Estelle of Sweden, presided over the inauguration of the sculpture entitled The Inner Flow of Life at Princess Estelle's Sculpture Park in Stockholm. The 60-ton sculpture was created by well-known Italian artist, Mr. Giuseppe Pannone. According to the Royal Court of Sweden, the sculpture, quote, consists of a granite pillar and a tree trunk cast in bronze. The stone is roughly hewn on the sides but polished on the front, with veins reminiscent of tree trunks in a forest. The trunk is cast from a chestnut tree and grows upside down from the stone, with its roots reaching up towards the sky. In the bowl-shaped root system, plants have been planted, and new verdant life will sprout. End quote. During the inauguration, the prince gave a speech, noting that, quote, every generation has a responsibility to leave a mark of its time for future generations. The Princess Estelle Sculpture Park is our contribution to the early 21st century. End quote. The Inner Flow of Life sculpture is the 5th permanent commission in the Princess Estelle Sculpture Park. Meanwhile, Their Royal Highnesses, Prince Carl Philippe and Princess Sophia of Sweden, attended the launch of Dexyville at Mojang Studios in Stockholm. According to the Royal Court of Sweden, Dexyville is an innovative game designed to increase children and young people's curiosity about words, letters, and reading, as well as to, quote, strengthen reading confidence and enjoyment of reading in the children's way. The aim of the game, which should be seen as a complement to traditional learning, is to inspire and help children to approach the written language and reading in a joyful way. Dexyville is currently available in Swedish and English. End quote. On Thursday in Brussels, His Majesty, King Philippe of the Belgians, received letters of credence from newly appointed ambassadors to the Kingdom of Belgium at the Palais Royal de Bruxelles. The newly appointed ambassadors are from the Republic of Honduras, the Republic of Albania, and the Kingdom of Thailand. The Letters of Credence is an official document in which a foreign head of state informs a sovereign that he or she has recently appointed the ambassador as the official representative of his or her country in the kingdom. Upon receiving the Letters of Credence, formalizes his or her entry into office in the Kingdom of Belgium. And finally, this morning, the King met with primary school students visiting Domaine Royal des Lagunes. Each year, students from various primary schools in and around Brussels visit the beautiful park to learn about its rich biodiversity and preserved wildlife through guided walks, according to the Royal Court of Belgium. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. I will be back tomorrow on Saturday, June 1st, with all the latest royal news and events. Until then, I sincerely wish each and every one of you a wonderful afternoon. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, comment below, and click on the notification bell so you won't miss a new episode. Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.